Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2019 Stage Racer, episode number 55. Fitness Peak began about 2 weeks ago, and here we are at the UCI World Championships. That's right. So, Fitness Peak at the World Championships, the expected race day condition is a +3 because this is the objective that our Fitness Peak was triggered to. Fitness Peak itself offering a +2. We have fatigue, really, tiredness, and some sunny weather. But here we are. Our time trial, it's only a 79, so I don't think that's going to be enough to make me a favorite. But the condition, I certainly should be able to compete on this roughly 42 kilometer. And let's see, 2.5 kilometer climb, 5% gradient in the middle, little uphill at the end too. That can really impact the times with some riders that are out of energy at that point. And according to the magazine, it's Tom Dumoulin, Soren Kragh Andersen, and Stefan Kung are the favorites. I'm just inside the top 10. Let's see if we can turn that into a top 5 or more with the objective and condition on the day. Here we go, ready to set off 41.8 kilometers, and I end up with a fantastic race day condition bonus, giving me a +3 to the time trial, so I'm an 82 today. Resistance at an 81. Looking pretty good on that front. It's only a +2 race day condition, though, not the +3 that was promised. So we did draw a negative by 1. So it's actually not even as good as it could be or should be in this case as we have prepared for this day. Now you can see right now I do have a little bit of energy to spare, but it looks like a little more than I need to have at this point. So let's push it up a little bit more. What I have seen from Van Garderen and O'Byrne, who are both in the top 10 right now, with Kenny O'Byrne with the top time at the moment, 54 minutes, 43 seconds, 18 seconds clear. Okay, he's been the quickest at each checkpoint. Watched his energy use very carefully. It doesn't let you watch the race, really. It gets a little wonky on what it's going to let you do. But what it did do, watch it through, he was exactly level on his energy use through that first time sector. And then through the second sector, he lost a bunch of energy because of the climb. He didn't recover much of it on that mild descent. And so when he got to the end, he was out of energy before he went up that uphill. Guaranteed, he lost probably a minute or more there. So we'll see if we're within 1 minute of his time. I would think that's going to be our estimate. But at 74, you can see I've got a little bit of energy to spare. And we're saving that for the end. So here we go. First time check. This will be our first real test as to where we are. And we're just 14 seconds behind. So I think there's plenty more than the 14 seconds that he gained on this first sector in that final sector, in that final climb to the end, which, yeah, it's not much. It's not much, but to run out of energy at that point is really going to slow your pace. And any uphill whatsoever, a lot more than 19 seconds are going to come crumbling off. You can see that we are now going into a slight deficit, and I'm going to push even more because we're coming to the top of this. Alright, so we've slipped to 12th, 23 seconds down. So Soren Kragh Andersen, Tom Dumoulin have gone faster. They're the ones I'm watching out for. By the way, the team thinks that I'm up for a top 3 today, even though I am only 10th on the list of favorites. I've set it as an objective, so I can see them bumping me up. I was hoping they would only bump me to a top 5 because I don't think I'm looking at a much better time than that. We'll see, though. We will see. I'm doing good on energy consumption versus distance yet to cover now. We've been on this 75 for a little while. I think we need to back off back down to a 74 just to save a little bit for the end. O'Beirne's still in first place at the finish. Van Garderen now out of the top 10. Primoz Roglic has gone quickest at the second check. Roglic was 8th at the first check. So like me, actually, very similar time. Well, within 9 seconds anyway. And Roglic, you can see how much faster he is. Now Evenepoel, now Kwiatkowski, all going faster than O'Beirne in that second sector. Here we go. Our turn through with just over 10. There you go. That's what I was talking about. So we have covered 7 seconds of the gap to Roglic, and now just 2 seconds behind, and still looking good to the end. Bennert, same time as Roglic. Evenepoel 10 behind Kwiatkowski, so I'm well ahead of O'Beirne now. Tom Dumoulin, whew, wow, what a time there. Okay, Dumoulin goes fastest, and I think he's wearing the number 1 jersey today, so I don't think there's going to be anybody after him, but there might be. I haven't seen Craig Anderson. Okay, Craig Anderson is wearing the number 1 jersey today. We've got to monitor the end here. It's time to step it up, 76 to the end, so I'm down to 5th place here, but 13th up to 5th, really good time, and we still have that energy to burn, so we can push to the end. Roglic, finally, somebody goes faster than O'Beirne. He's going to drop out of the top 5, it looks like, and with 2.5K to go, I could push pretty hard here. I'm going to hit this climb and really gain something out of this because we're in good shape. Here we go, 1K to go. Attack, 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 full 99. Push, 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 push. Come on. There it is. 43 seconds clear of Roglic. I told you there was time to be gained there. It's 45 seconds that I picked up at the end. That should be enough to push me into the top 3, as close as I was here. Right? Just 39 seconds down of Dumoulin. 45 seconds at the end really could put me into a top 2 or 3 situation. There's Dumoulin. Dumoulin 5 seconds ahead of me. So close, but I am definitely not at his level. I will have a top 3 though, because Bennert, Roglic, Evenepoel all behind me. O'Beirne is going to drop to 7th. Craig Anderson behind me in 3rd place. So we claim 2nd place, just 5 seconds behind. And I had a tiny bit of energy left. So if I had nailed it down perfectly, I think we could have covered 5 seconds. Oh, there's still somebody out on track. It was whoever was 3rd, Rowan Dennis. Rowan Dennis with a slow time there, or at least I'm assuming that was Rowan Dennis. It looked like they were wearing the Australian jersey. Oh, Stefan Kung as well. And Kung comes in 6th behind these guys. But there it is. Yes, we do claim a top 3. O'Beirne in 8th, Kwiatkowski 9th, Castro Viejo 10th, Evenepoel, the young stud, in 7th, Kung 6th, Roglic 5th, Bennert 4th, Craig Anderson 3rd. I do get on the podium in 2nd place, just 5 seconds off of a world championship. If I had the +3 promised, if I had that little bit more, I think we would have made it. But also, I think tactically, if I would have pushed maybe a 75, right? We were on 74 for the whole first sector. Maybe if we were on 75, that would have been it. That would have been the difference. Looks like it rounded up to 6 seconds in the end. That's a very small chunk of time. That is a very, very small chunk of time. And I definitely think that little bit, I mean, we had about 2% energy left at the finish line. That's enough for 6 seconds if we had timed it exactly right. So, I started pushing 75 near the top of the climb. If I would have pushed that at the base of the climb, or 75 from the get-go, we would have still had a little energy left at the end. We wouldn't have been pushing 99, so we wouldn't have gained as much time, but over the course of the entire race course, we would have certainly covered those 6 seconds. So I was just a shade under what I should have been at in retrospect, but of course it's always hard to tell energy consumption versus effort. So close, so close. And that's what being a 79 time trialist. We're not there yet. We're still, if we're about an 81, we should be winning. Dumoulin only an 80 himself, but I'm sure he timed it so is Craig Anderson. So we are really close. Kung's an 80. Nobody's above an 80. O'Beirne we don't know yet, and he's really good, we saw. 78, 79, something like that, probably. There's Rowan Dennis. With an 80, he must have been tired or something. Negative race day condition. Minute and a half behind. We only get 15 points, though. That's always the frustrating thing here, is the team sets the expectation so high. You meet the expectation. I was only the 10th pick. 10th. And yet I took second. That should be a fantastic result. Yet the team was like, no. You're not coming 10th. No. We want you in the top 3. And then you go and pull it off. And they're like, yep, told you so. And that to me becomes the difficult thing, because then it just stalls your growth. You don't actually get to become the best anytime soon. Which at the same time, right, that's a good thing. It really is. It really is. I don't like how they go about doing that, because now it's mostly just training that's going to get you to improve. Alright, well, we're into October. Do we have anything left? Lombardia. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into Lombardia. It's in 11 days' time. And it's a long one, 246 kilometers. It's not built for somebody like me. It's punchy. So we'll kind of skip to the later stages. I want to get into next season. I want to get away from CCC. And we are, and we'll just check this once now before we actually jump into the season. But let's take a look. It's October. Right? There's going to be a few free agents still out there. Not much. So, AG2R, sorry if you hear some crying down there. Somebody just came in. It's a little cranky. For me, I'm recording this Christmas Eve. So, daycare is open today. AG2R looking pretty solid. Gaviria, Pierre Latour. That is a very solid base that they could do a lot with. Astana, pretty good and better for next year. Enrique Mas coming over from Movistar to join Fuglsang and Soler and Roglic. Wow. Okay, Bahrain Merida taking a bit of a step back. Losing Mark Hirschi and Roglic. They are gaining Jack Haig, though. They are definitely going down a notch, and right now only have 21 riders as opposed to the 26 that they did have. Bora Hansgrohe, Nils Pollitt will be that leader. Paddy Bevan, CCC. Oh my goodness, are they in trouble? Their only significant loss is, well, me. So the Hills, GC, and time trial rating, I've got a lot to do with it. Quickstep, Alaphilippe and his 81 superstar, Lopez and Youngles. Boy, they look good outside of the time trial and sprint. Which is weird to say that they're not good in the sprint. EF, led by Peter Sagan and Caleb Ewan. Boy, that's a dangerous team for individual stages. Groupama FDJ, not looking that strong at all. Stefan Kung is their leader. Lotto Soudal Casper Asgreen and Victor Campenarts and Elia Viviani, but not great. Definitely not great. Their GC, they have nothing for that. And here is Mitchelton Scott, my future home. Improved in the sprint, slightly less in the hills. Looks like we are going to be a better in time trial on a roughly the same GC in hills, cobbles. So I come in as the new rider. Here's the downside though. This really hurts. Adam Yates leaving. Jack Haig leaving. Ilnar Zakarin leaving. Rob Power. Even Bascara. It's all climbers. All of it. There goes all my support. All of it. Gone. As I enter the team. Team's good. 4 stars. It's an improvement from where I was with CCC. No doubt about it. But here's the problem. Jakobsen. Next best rider, 77. Sprinter. He's good. But he's a sprinter. It's not going to help me at all. Matteo Trentin can climb a bit, so he'll help. But at 76 and a Classics first guy, that's only going to help so much. And at 32, he's going to be in decline. Scottson, time trial. Turgis, Classics. Durbridge, time trial. Nizzolo, sprinter. First climber on the list is Jay Hindley. Now, 25, climber coming up. He'll improve, but how long is that going to take? Deion Smith, puncher, okay. Esteban Chavez is still there, but he's fading. He was fading long before, and he's only 31. Just 2-3 years ago in real life, Chavez would have been rated much higher than a 73. Nick Schultz, he's 27. He's got to be just about peaked. Climber, okay, there's some support. It's better than what I had. Okay, it's better than what I had. But not much. Not much. The climbers are gone. If you guys, I don't know. Scott 80, 23, young guy coming in. No idea where he'll be at, but not the squad I was hoping to join at all. One Yates brother already gone, the other now leaving. I take over their role, but all their support guys, Haig, Zakarin, Power, Biscara, leaving me out. I got one support rider left. Well, okay, couple. Not gonna be easy. That's for sure. Okay, movie star, still looking strong, though terrible in the sprint. Eve Lampart and both of the Yates having shifted over there. It's a very different team than in real life at this point. Ineos. Benner is the man. Wow. Hello. Sivikov and Bernal. Landa. Bernal finally a 78 on here. He's really coming along. And Sivikov. Boy, the strong young guys. And Chris Froome is still there at a 78. But I haven't seen him in the leadership role at all now at 36. Still strong and deep as ever. Jumbo Visma. Wow, Van Aert now an 81. Boy, he's looking good. Huh? Katusha Alpecin. Van der Poel now an 80. Ooh. Yeah, he's leveled up. Not any support after that, though. Sunweb, Dumoulin, Craig Anderson. It's all time trial for them, other than Dumoulin being that OP climber on here. 82, whatever. He is not better in the climb than he is in the time trial. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Mark Hershey. Oh, wow. Direct Energy. Completely remaking themselves this year. moving away from the sprint, moving into a GC team, adding Michael Matthews. How does that move them in? Oh, sorry, that's the outgoing. Yeah, there you go. Moving away from a sprint team and into GC contenders. All three of these guys replacing the one. So Carapaz, Toynes, and Hershey, punchers and climbers. Trek, balanced, but not terribly good. Ciccone, Pedersen, Mullen, Stuyven, 76s, 75s. That's a team that could do well through support, but individually will struggle to win. UAE, just 3.5 stars. Looking pretty weak. Lutsenko, the only quality rider they've got. Aru down to a 74. That's another one who a couple years ago would have been rated near an 80. Frele and Kreuziger all would have been quite a bit better. Conchi, though, that's a future team leader for them. And that's the teams. Let's get into that last race of the season. 75K still to go here as we look on down to the peloton. The biggest climbs of the day are about to come. Then 2 more before the finish. It's already been a long day. Here's the thing for this one. It's the end of the season. There's gonna be some good riders that have already shut it down. And this is their last day of the season, like me, that they're just riding for riding's sake. They're not here to win this race. And even if their team picked them, they're not here to win this race. So there's going to be plenty of riders on high fatigue, low fitness, big negative race day conditions that are just going to kind of cruise along. So there's that. But then also there's that other factor, what this race is, Lombardia. It's long and pretty brutal at times. Let's go ahead and bring it on down so we can see these climbs as we hit them. Turn on to the climb now, and we begin heading up. I've got Ben Herman supporting me right now. Plenty of crowd support here through this one. By the way, this has been a very beautiful stage so far. Very well done. So, see, I'm blinking red, yes, but it's okay. Affinity, terrible timing. Gosh, the AI does that so often. Just awful timing on when they send somebody to get water. And everybody gets water except for Hermans and I. Meanwhile, Hermans is fading a bit here, but he's hanging on. Let's actually help him hang on a little bit longer. We'll get him to go beyond himself so he can stay and give me a little more support. He is starting to fade slightly, but even though he's behind me, he actually is giving me a little bit of support. But I think now, as he drops the wheel, that support will begin to fade, so I'll be on my own here. Meanwhile, Frank Shack already out the back, and most of the team outside of Herman's are done, and he's just hanging on. He's going to start fading now, too. And there you go. 149 riders still here, but most of them are definitely going backwards. So I'm near the front as we are just about to hit the top of this first of a double climb, and we're actually not quite at the top. Little false flat here before we go up a little bit further. Looks like there's a little abbey up here before we go up a little higher. Now the peloton down to 77, but my entire team was dropped on that climb. So below average. I'd say most teams, you can see Quick Step, right? There's 3 guys right there. Al Philippe working at the front. Evenepoel, Tish Benut. Oh man, I am outclassed. I am outnumbered here. Ben Herman's regains contact, but I doubt it's going to last. I would imagine the peloton is fairly stretched at the moment. And we catch the break. The break had a near 6-minute gap not so long ago. Here was that second thing that I was starting to get into before we got into that important climb there, as the peloton at the moment showing just 35 riders. Now it's thinning out a bit, though there are obviously still 4 quick-step riders. Really gotta watch out for those guys. But anyway, here's the thing. It's such a long, challenging race that the stamina is a big factor. Now, I've got a positive race day condition. It's a 72. But I'm not built for these long classics. So I will fade more quickly. This climb could be too much for me. So we'll see. Peloton back up to 72 at the moment. I would imagine we'll get back down to that 35 number here before long. I have no intention of attacking anyone and going solo to the end. That's not happening. We're just going to try to not get dropped. We'll use the gel as we approach the top if we need to. It's 5 kilometers in length, 12% average gradient. Very, very steep here. Here it is, the steepest section. There's Bernal. There's my name. Oh, it's nice to see it on the pavement. And, ooh, hello, hello. I am fading. We're almost to the top, though. We're almost to the top. Bennett leading the way. I'm going to start fading, though. Things are going to level off, and then we'll go downhill. Hopefully we don't get dropped. Come on now. 2 riders away, but I think we'll catch them. Just 9 of us chasing 2 riders. Alright, so I'm in the second group. 8 of us chasing 2 riders. Lopez, Carapaz, Haig, Landa, Fulsang, Shavkin, and Conrad. Shavkin, the only unknown there for Takusha, TKA. Palace and Bennett off ahead. Head up, 41k to go. I need water. And I need some really good recovery on this descent. I am not working in the group right now. Just looking to recover. $11 chasing. They might catch us. We could be back to about 21 riders before the end. There's 2 behind them. They could be going the wrong direction once we get on the flat. Those 2, if they don't make contact on the descent, will almost certainly lose the power, the size of the 2 groups that are chasing the 2 front runners. It's just a minute to the front. Wow. Hello. Did you see that? I'm blinking red at a 99. So somebody was attacking the descent pretty hard. Mikel Landa as a prime example there. And that's a good amount of recovery. Let's go ahead and join this relay. So we gotta chase those guys, right? Landa's the only one. Never mind. You can have fun, Landa. I'll just hang on in the group. I'm not a favorite here. At all. I wasn't in the top 10 favorites. What? I didn't even see an objective. What was it? Finished in the top 5. Yeah, okay. Well, we actually have a chance at it. We dropped somebody, so now it's 7 chasing those 2, and we are pulling them back. Paulus just 15 seconds ahead. Those guys making the big mistake, going over a long, flat section all alone. And we pull back Paulus, and he might go right out the back end. Oh, the group behind us caught us. I told you they might come back at us and we might have 20 riders. Well, now we've got 19 chasing 1, and he's down to 30 seconds. We've pulled back half the gap to Bennett at the front. He's good in the climbs, but there you go. Now it's 20 riders duking it out. Not much in terms of team support here. You got a couple teams with a couple guys. Pace has been really hot though, so damage is being done. Lots of constant accelerations. Tim Valens pushing hard at the front. But now things settle down a little bit. It's 2 minutes behind us, so nobody's coming back at us. Landa has been dropped. He did his work. Bernal, Uran, Kreuziger. Wow, look at those big names. Yates, Craig Anderson. Lots of big names left behind us. Who is in this group? Half of them anyway. Lopez, Bennett, Pinot, Carapaz, Bardet, Haig, Roglic, Fuglsang, Soler, Shavkin, whoever that is, and Micah. And here we go. Penultimate climb. It's a big one, 4.3%. Just about 10% average gradient.
A team leader is falling behind. The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
Settle down, settle down. Three riders going away. Three riders going away. Will we come back at him? De La Cruz is chasing. There's Shavkin, Haig, Bennett again. Bennett looking really strong today. Remember, I'm just looking for top 5, so I don't need to necessarily leave this group. Because we've been catching these guys as they go away. Wellens, there's Haig, he's coming back. Bennett now away again. Nearly to the top here. I'll get some recovery before the final climb. And now it's 9 chasing 1. So riding for second place currently. Saving my gel for the final climb. We will get over the top of this one still intact, and we'll get some recovery, and then the gel will be there. And now I'm in a group of 2. Conrad has ridden off the other riders, and now I'm looking at a potential top 3, and I still have my gel. We're a minute behind Bennett, though. Holy crap, he has really opened up that gap quick. $13K to go. And again, I have that gel. This would be a good time to use the acrobatic descent. However, I would not recover, and we still have a climb to go. I need to recover. Conrad doing the work, giving me a real chance to claim second in this race, or at least get my top 5. And Bennett, though, is riding away, so not looking likely there. But here we go. Gel, 8K to go. And I'm going to go uphill. Oh, we're up to 5 now. Okay, I'll stay in the group for now and then attack here in a little bit. Like now. Off the front. Okay, blinking red bar. As long as I have blinking red bar, I attack 12 seconds away. We ride for second. We ride for second. 6K to go. Attack the climb. There you go. Blinking red bar done. We got to just go normal climbing speed. 5.5K. Nearly to the top already, and I'm closing down Bennett. And as we go over the top, we'll get the acrobatic descent. A little bit of energy, just a little bit. 54-second gap behind me, though. Over the top. Aerodynamic position. 3K to go. Oh, too much. Easy. Let's go at 81. 22 seconds behind, but a minute and 9 behind us. It looks like we ride for second place. 1.9, 1.5. Bennett too strong today. But here we go. 1K to go. Sprint? Hey, are you going to sprint? No. It's not doing what I tell it to do. Oh, finally it does. Bennett takes the win. We do claim second comfortably. Oh, I love it. Good result. Very good result. There's Shavkin again. Guy was on form today. I told you a lot of guys not on form, though. That makes a big difference today. But in a classic, in a race that's not built for me, to claim second, that's a good result. I think Paulus was feeling it today. He still managed 12th after being away so long. Fuglsang, Roglic, Carapaz all in the top 10. Lopez just missing out. Soler in 15th. Sergio Henao, 17th. Van Garderen takes 18th. Pinot, 19th. Micah. Pinot was really nowhere to be seen in this race. So I'm assuming he's one of the ones who was pretty fatigued at this point. But there you go. We end the season, not with a victory, but a extremely respectable second place here. Let's see. Are you going to show me a little bit better from this side? Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that view. Everybody coming down the hill. Good crowd on hand here for the Il Lombardia. Yeah, Bennett looks so strong. I mean, how many times did he attack over and over again, relentlessly, and every time just rode away? Rode away. We rode him back, and then he rode away again. And we chased him back down, and he rode away again. And he had a pretty hefty gap there when I rode away on that final climb. And nearly pulled it back, but then he took 20 seconds out of me again right there at the end. There it is. Better for the win. Myself for second. With a hefty gap to third. It was a well done race. Especially when I was kind of thinking top 10 was going to be about it. 26 seconds ended up being the gap. So we did pull back a lot of time on him. I mean, he was, minute 10, minute 15 clear? And there you go. There's what he was clear of. That's what I left behind. Left that whole group behind by a full minute. So there you go. Very good result. Got a top 3 instead of a top 5. And still only worth 24 points. But I'll take it. It's progress. And we do finish off with the team still liking me. And they're definitely going to miss me next season. But that's it. We are done with CCC. The American/Polish team, of course, in my other Pro Cyclist series that started a little bit after the release date. CCC was converted to the Polish team that they now are in real life. Of course, this was BMC previously. Smaller budget, have moved to Poland. Day of release, it was still seen as an American team. So we're going to leave the quote-unquote American team behind and head down under. Let's go ahead and take a look at the final standings, though, for the season. There might be a race or two left on the calendar somewhere for someone, but certainly nothing significant. All the World Tour stuff is done and behind us. So here we are, the rankings. First off, the team index. We already looked at the teams. There's your 4.5-star teams. Here is Mitchelton Scott, our future home, is now 10th CCC, going to Continental Pro. That's how far they have fallen from grace. They are out of World Tour. Back into World Tour is Dimension Data. And newly their SEG Racing Academy. UAE losing World Tour status, as well as CCC. But here we go. I jump into the top 10 in the World Tour rankings, eclipsing 2000, the last rider to do so. Dumoulin is going to be your World Tour champion this season. Continental rankings led by Felix Großschartner. And in the Super Prestige, the one that really counts most of all, it's Egan Bernal, your champion this year by a very small margin over Tom Dumoulin. Primož Roglič is third, and I take fourth. So, while this season was definitely not what it could have been, it wasn't a bad season by any account. It was a good season. So, it's still progress, and hopefully going to a slightly better team. Slightly. We will... No, I don't expect much more support next season. It's a better team, but I don't have the right teammates around me to get the job done. So I think it's going to be a similar year to this year. Myself, though, yeah, maybe. Maybe I'm in 80 now. I am a little bit stronger. If I level up again, I don't know what comes with the next level up. when we get to level 23, I don't know. I don't remember what we get for that one. Is it just a skill point? Yeah, probably. I think we got attributes last time, so gosh, it could be all the way to like 25 before I see another attribute improvement. So I have what I have. I'm going to have to work with it for a while, presumably. And I am better than I was, so maybe we can outscore this. Can we top 2,500? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's not much of a gap from where we're at. Can we top 3,000? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be that good yet, especially with this team coming up. Hopefully I could play less than I did about CCC. Sorry. We'll see. We'll see how the season goes. I think I'm still in for bit of a tough go of things. I do get into the top 10 on wins for the year with 12. Hopefully I can do a little bit more next year. I mean, I'm only 1 or 2 away from being in the top 3. So maybe I can at least get up into that neighborhood. Get that couple more wins. Let's set a target of 15 for next season. I know I'll forget it by the time we get to the end of the season, but I think that's going to be my target for the next season. 15 wins, because I am capable of a little bit more individually, and I think I'm just going to have to accept the fact that I'm going to have some ridiculous team expectations, and never mind what those team expectations are. I do what I come to do in each race, and just focus on me. Maybe that's a better way to go. We'll see if I can uphold that, or if I even remember that that's what I wanted. But as a team, 17th, just ahead of Direct Energy. And it wasn't even the 2 teams moving up who were at the top of the rankings. Super Prestige, also 17th. And here's the tricky one. Team wins? Yep, 12. The whole year. Not one other rider on the CCC team claimed a single victory. Not one. I scored most of our points at 2,400. So I had 2/3 of the points of the entire team. And oh gosh, what was it in World Tour? 3477. Again, well over 2/3, with just another 1,400 beyond this. No, okay, not 2/3 here. Not 2/3. It would have been 1,000, would have been 2/3 if it was 3,000 total. But still, I've scored half my team's points before. I don't think I've scored 60% or overall roughly 2/3. That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. 0 wins for the entire team all year long. I mean, that's counting the Continental Pro races. Rough, guys. Rough. Happy to move on. But like I said, next year might not be a great year still. I may start spending some points on teammate requests, but maybe not. Maybe I spend a little bit. I will have more points coming in next season, I think, for that. Where am I at in that area? Well, let's check that last thing. Okay, last thing. I'm ready to be done. I am ready to be done. I don't know. Can I even do anything? Yeah, I got 330 points right now. Yeah, 220 is what it was. I'll have more coming in next season, I think. Yep, this is last year's calendar. All right, well, I do have the November and December and January 1st. So I should be leveling up when we come back on January 1st. I just don't think that I'm going to get any attribute increase for that. But at least we'll be on to the next level. That's going to do it for this episode and this season. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Not a bad season. Just there's a lot of what could have been if I had the right team support moments. And I think I'm looking to a similar situation next year as all those climbers that left Mitchelton Scott, our preferred destination for this coming year, and it kind of fell apart on us, and we barely even got that contract. We almost had no contract at all, so I'm at least happy to have a contract. But either way, top 5 in the Super Prestige despite all that, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Bye for now.